Hello my scrambled eggs, this is Vincent from l'école, the gaming school, and I'm here to teach you how to play Houston. We have a Dolphin, a social deduction game for 3 to 5 players, where players are going to be astronauts that need to detach malfunctioning modules from their spaceship in order for it to keep on going with its course and find a new living home for human beings. However, amongst these astronauts are devious dolphins that want to flood the spaceship in order to create a new living habitat for them in space. Now, this game comes with an accompanying app that will replace sort of a game master that you usually have in these kind of games. Also, it works best with 4 players. So, you know, why not look at how it works and how we play it? Maybe it could be something that would interest you. And if it does, then why not look at the Kickstarter campaign that is going on right now? You can find a link in the description below. Anyway, so if you're still with me, why not look at this game and see how it's being played. Welcome aboard the spaceship of Houston. We have a Dolphin where players are going to be playing either astronauts or Dolphin. If you are an astronaut, your goal is to detach the malfunctioning modules in order for the spaceship to keep on going with their course. Or if you're a Dolphin, your goal is to actually flood the spaceship and then kill every astronaut inside. Now, the game comes also with an accompanying app, which is going to be playing the role of sort of a game master. The app is very simple. All you have to do is press play, and then afterwards you can either do a quick game or a full crew. For the sake of this video, we're simply going to play a quick game, and then I'm going to explain to you what the differences are between both options. So for the quick game, we're going to start with recruiting our team. So there's no difference between the teams so far. All the players have to do is to choose a color and the card according to it. And in this example, we're going to be playing a 4-player game. So we're going to scan all the cards. Now, as you can see, it's not working with RQ code. It's working only with the pictures, and the app is very great to scan the different pictures. So now that it's done, we're going to recruit the astronauts. So now we have a bunch of different cards. So we have 23 cards overall. These cards are going to have a name at the bottom of it. There's also going to be a symbol on top, and then it's either going to have a turquoise arrow or a red arrow. Now, the different symbols are very simple. So this is a mechanic, so an engineer. This is going to be a hero, and we have evil dolphins. And finally, we have some, let me just show, scientists. And they all have different purposes in the game. So the app is going to be showing you where the card is going to be going. So this card is going to go to Team Violet Venus. This one's going to go to Team Black Hole, so on and so forth. White Wormhole. So some cards can go to the Void, which is the discard pile, or modules, which means that they're going to be face down over here. Now, if a player at any point in the game receives a Dolphin in their hand, they are going to be playing Dolphins, no matter if they get rid of the card or not. As soon as you have a Dolphin in your hand, no matter if it's because of the setup in the beginning of the game or because you detach a module and then you reveal a Dolphin card, you become a Dolphin, and your goal changes from saving to the spaceship to flooding the spaceship. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to come back as soon as this part is over. Now that we have distributed the cards all around the table according to where the app tells you to do so, then we're going to have the app telling us who is the captain for this start of the game. So basically here it tells us that Team Mint Moon reveals the captain. Now we know that this card is a captain since it's called Team Igloo and because of this symbol on the top of the card. So Team Mint Moon is going to show us that he is the captain, and then everybody else is going to receive one panic tokens. Now these tokens are going to be used to revolt against the captain's decisions. I'm going to explain that later in this video. So now we can just continue on. So we're gonna have a small segment here telling us that the ship has stopped its course. And then when we look into this very strange machine, there are some small fish inside of it. So we know that there are 2 devious dolphins in the crew. And somebody has sabotaged the spaceship, and we need to repair it by detaching the 3 malfunctioning modules. So a game of Houston, we have a Dolphin, is mostly composed of 2 phases, which is the spacewalk and then captain's decision. The spacewalk phase is going to be played by all the players, but here's the thing, you have to argue and convince other players that you're going to create a certain pattern around the different spaces A, B, and C. What is the pattern you want to create? Well, very simple. Like I said before, we have different cards with different symbols, and the purpose of this spacewalk is to detach a module. So how are we going to do so? We need 2 engineers pointing towards a hero. So let's say we have this, for the sake of this example, I'm just going to play the cards face up because usually players play their cards face down, and you're not supposed to look at the void, but hey, we're in an example and we're in this video. So if we had Susan here pointing at the red arrow, so space B, we had Thorsten pointing at the blue arrow, so space B again, and then we had a hero played over here, then 80% of the chance are that you're going to be successful into detaching the module. Now the player who played the hero would have to discard their hero and then either pick the card over here or take 3 panic tokens. Now I said 80% of the time because sometimes nothing might happen or an asteroid might hit the spaceship and send an astronaut to the void. Now, the app is going to tell us which astronaut is going to be sent to the void by showing a light on either space, so either space A, space B, or space C. Obviously, if we're not respecting this pattern, then other things might happen. So for instance, if we have 2 engineers pointing at the same card, but this card in the middle would be a card other than a hero, then both engineers would actually kill the card right here, the astronaut, and it would be sent to the void, and then unfortunately the spacewalk would fail. Now the other situation that might happen is that a player plays a dolphin, and whichever the dolphin is pointing at is going to kill the astronaut. So if we had a dolphin here instead that is pointing towards the blue, then here this card Thorsten would be sent to the void. Now that we have cleared this up, so we're just going to put these cards back into the void. We're going to give this card back to the team black hole, and then team mint moon is going to choose a player who will put an astronaut on space A. Why team mint moon is starting? Because they have Captain Igloo. So now comes the discussion. So basically we could say team black hole is going to be sending a hero over here. So Captain Igloo says, all right, team black hole, go for it. So now we can see that we want this to happen. So hero is put right here. Now is a turn for team black hole to choose whom he trusts, and we'll send an astronaut on space B. So black hole is confident that team Violet Venus is a good guy, so they want to send Smash in order for them to point at the hero that was played by team black hole. Last but not least, we have team Violet Venus who's going to choose team white wormhole. So team white wormhole is going to be playing a card, and yes, well, you know, they want to have the other players to trust them, although they have a dolphin. So yes, they're going to be playing an engineer on space C. Now as soon as this is done, the app is going to tell us whether it's working or not. In this case, a module has been opened Team Black Hole, reveal your hero. So now we know that Team A, Space A was occupied by a hero from Team Black Hole. Now, we're going to enter the module, and then the app is going to give us the option, like I said, either to recruit the card over here or take 3 panic tokens. Now, let's say that Team Black Hole is not very confident about what's going on and they're not so sure. They want to have enough flexibility to vote against the captain if captain does something wrong. So now they're going to sacrifice their astronaut, and then they're going to put the option that they took 3 panic tokens. We send the astronaut from the module to the void, and we take our panic tokens, and then we have this small segment that is going to be played showing astronauts detaching modules. And now, once this is over, we're ready to play again. Now, all surviving astronauts return to their teams. So, Team Violet Venus played second, so she's going to take back her card. And then Team White Wormhole played third, so she's going to also take her card back. Now, since Team Mint Moon did not participate to this spacewalk, Team Mint Moon is going to get a panic token. Now let's just go along with the next phase, which is the captain's phase. So the captain has a choice to either sacrifice an astronaut or flood the spaceship. So obviously, since Captain Igloo is not a dolphin, they're going to request another player to sacrifice an astronaut. Now I just want to say something beforehand. If you have a dolphin in your hand and then you get rid of a dolphin, no matter if you do this or not, you still stay in the dolphin's team. So as soon as you got a dolphin in your hand, you stay a dolphin until the end of the game, and your winning condition does not change. So Captain Igloo is going to request Team White Wormhole to send one of their astronauts in the void. So they're going to sacrifice an astronaut. Then discussion is going to be arousing around the table whether it's a good decision or not. So obviously Team White Wormhole does not necessarily agree with that. Now everybody's going to talk, and then we are going to vote whether there's going to be a revolt or not. This voting is going to be a hidden bid, which means that players are going to take their panic tokens in their hand, and then they're going to reveal a certain number of panic tokens on the count of 3, so 1, 2, and 3, and then they're going to count how many panic tokens there were around the table. If there are less than 3 panic tokens, then captain's decision is going to go through. However, if there were 3 or more panic tokens, then Captain Igloo is going to be sacrificed into the void, and then we're going to choose a new captain. So in this case, let's say for instance that Team Black Hole was convinced that by Team White Wormhole that Captain Igloo does this, and he has no reason to do so. So Team Black Hole played 2 panic tokens, Team White Wormhole played 1, and Team Violet Venus did not play anything. So now we're going to click on this option, which is going to tell us that the crew rejected his order and sent him into the void. So Captain Igloo, bye-bye. Now, in order to know who's going to be the next captain, we're going to look at who played the most panic tokens. In this case, it was Team Black Hole. So now Team Black Hole is going to choose a card that they're going to be revealing to everyone. So let's say they want to reveal number 5. So they're going to be showing this here like that. So the team number 5, engineer number 5 is now the captain, and so now we can move on with a new spacewalk. Since now Team Black Hole is the captain, Team Black Hole is going to choose somebody around the table to be playing on Space A. So let's say that now Team White Wormhole got some trust coming from Team Black Hole, so they're going to decide to play, let's say, a Dolphin. So Team White Wormhole is going to be playing there. Now it's Team White Wormhole's turn to say who is going to be playing. So now they want to send Team Violet Venus to be playing a card. So let's say that they're going to be playing Jimmy right here. And now Team Violet Venus does not really trust what's going on between Team White Wormhole and Team Black Hole. So they're going to send Team Mint Moon so that they can know. They can say, all right, so let's just play Hook, for instance. Or let's just play Dolan Finley instead. See what's going on. So this case, this is over. So now we forgot to actually scan. So don't forget to scan these cards, obviously. Otherwise, you might have some trouble remembering what's going on. And then the app is simply going to stay on this mode. So now we have scanned the 3 different cards. Let's see what's going to happen in there. Team Violet Venus is going to lose their astronaut, and then obviously they cannot show their astronaut. So we're going to continue. So this is how we play basically the quick game, the quick crew. And as soon as the 3 modules are detached, then we're going to have the reset spaceship option that is going to appear, and we can click on this, and if it has been approved by everybody around the table, then the astronauts win. However, if let's say that we want to flood this spaceship and nobody has enough tokens around the table, or there's no everybody voted for that decision, then the Dolphins could win this way. That's it. That's how the game would end in one way. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of the game, we have either a quick game or full crew. Now, if you have some experience with a social deduction game, I would recommend to go right away with the full crew. Now, what does it add? First of all, it's going to add the observers, so the scientist cards. What are they going to do? Well, very simple. Observers are going to be able to look at the card that they're pointing at so that they can see who played which card. So in this case, observers are going to be able to have some flexibility towards information and divulging it. The other thing that is different is that every single hero has a special ability. So obviously they're going, as soon as they detach a module, they can either save the astronaut or have another option. So for example, Jimmy only takes 1 panic, no rescue possible, whereas Mike can save the astronaut or distribute 3 panic, but not for him, only for the others. So that's how we would play the advanced version of Houston, we have a Dolphin. This is a prototype, so obviously it's subject to be changed. However, I would say that the app is very, very suitable right now, and it's very easy to follow. The cards are good quality overall. I like the art personally. I think that it's very, very dynamic, and also it shows us that, you know, it shows us the theme, but also at the same time the craziness of it. And last but not least, well, obviously those are panic tokens, so these are simply wound tokens, and they are very well made. So that was how we play. Houston, we have a Dolphin. Now, if you are into social deduction games, I would strongly recommend you to look at this one, scramble through the Kickstarter page, and see if it could suit in your library, because usually these kinds of games are best with a large group of people. Now this one is best with 4, and well, we can just say that gathering 4 people around a table is usually easier than gathering 8, right? The other thing that is interesting about this one is the fact that the app is very, very well made. It guides you through the different steps of the setup, but also through the different phases, what to do, when to do it. Everyone is on the same page, since everyone can look at the app, read it, and see where we are at in the game. Finally, I think the theme is very, very funky. I like this theme. I think it's very funny, and that we get into the theme very well. It's very immersive. The fact that, you know, you could be a dolphin that want to flood a spaceship. ironic, but at the same time, very, very great. So that is it for me. What do you think about the theme? What do you think about apps and games in general? What do you think about social deduction games? Is this your type of game? What do you like about them? What do you not like about them? Leave me a comment down below. I'll make sure to answer you. Also, if you enjoyed this one, why not leave a thumb up? If you want to subscribe to our channel, of course, we're doing some French content, but hey, that could be a good way to practice your French, I guess. Otherwise, we also have an Instagram, so make sure to look in the description below to the link for our Instagram, because, you know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Lastly, if you want to like us on Facebook, then go ahead. You know, we can still post some stuff in French, but there's now translation on Facebook. Yay! So anyway, let me know what you think about it, about this, and otherwise that is it for me. My name is Vincent, and I wish you all a nice gaming time.